Rampage Jackson's son, Raja Jackson, is back in the headlines. From his ban on Kick, to an active arrest warrant, to the fallout after Psycho Stu incident, this story has spiraled into something bigger than anyone expected. And tonight we break down everything: the bans, the drama, and the chilling updates that are reshaping Raja's career. According to Rampage Jackson, he has cut ties with his son Raja Jackson and is waiting for his arrest warrant to be issued. The situation escalated after the now infamous KnokX wrestling incident, where Raja was seen to brutally beat down Psycho Stu. Fans immediately began speculating whether Raja's actions were part of the script, or if the fight crossed into real-life assault territory. The legal system seems to think the latter, given the push for an investigation on the incident. Raja was also banned from the streaming platform Kick. Kick did give an update to CNN regarding the ban of the Rampage family, and insiders also say that the ban was due to violent conduct and repeated policy violations. This ban matters because Raja wasn't just streaming casually. Kick was becoming a major platform for him. Losing that income source is a devastating blow, especially for someone still building their brand in combat sports. Some fans online began speculating that Rampage Jackson himself was also banned from Kick, following Raja's suspension. This theory spread quickly, with many pointing to Rampage's outspoken defense of his son as the possible reason. However, Rampage is still active on Kick. There's no official report or evidence showing he's been banned. This makes it more likely that Kick's actions were targeted specifically at Raja, rather than the entire Jackson family.
As a U.S. Army veteran and world-class wrestler, I've also stepped into the pro wrestling ring. I even won a belt once in Orlando. It was just one match, but it gave me a huge respect for how incredible pro wrestlers really are, and especially combat war veterans. The best pro wrestlers make it look like you're getting hit when you're not. They control every move, every strike, every moment. That trust is what keeps the show and competitors alive. But Raja Jackson's not a trained pro wrestler. He didn't have that skill or control or that mindset. What should have been a show turned into a tragedy, and the one that paid the price was Psycho Stu, a U.S. Army vet, a pro wrestler, and a man who used the sport to combat PTSD. Now he's in the fight for his life. This isn't about taking sides, it's about standing with Stu. He's a brother in arms. He needs our support and our prayers right now. Stay tuned, because I've got something bigger coming to help. Get well soon, Psycho Stu.
While the headlines circle the Jackson family, one name keeps returning in the background: the man who paid the price. Stuart Smith was left fighting for his life after the August 23rd incident. This is where the Real fallout begins. Doctors say Stu suffered extensive trauma. A serious head injury, trauma to both jaws, a fractured maxilla, a lacerated upper lip, and lost teeth. He spent days in hospital under observation, until his medical team announced he was stable enough to be released home to continue recovery. Doctors warned that recovery is not linear. Facial fractures can require multiple surgeries, dental reconstruction, and months of therapy. Beyond the visible damage, head trauma raises questions about concussion protocols and long-term cognitive impacts, things wrestling promotions rarely talk about publicly. Stu and his family posted an update telling fans he was home and in stable condition, thanking supporters and asking for privacy. The statement, co-signed by his wife Contessa Patterson, emphasized gratitude and the long road ahead. Within hours, fans and fighters rallied. A GoFundMe launched to cover medical bills and recovery costs, drawing thousands of donations and notable benefactors. The fundraiser crossed significant thresholds quickly, with public donations pouring in from across the wrestling community. Within hours, the GoFundMe crossed $50,000 and ultimately topped over $200,000, powered by fans and big names alike. YouTube's MrBeast led the way with a $10,000 donation, AEW legend Chris Jericho added $2,500, and NBA star Kristaps Porzingis even chipped in $500. It wasn't just about money, it was the solidarity that hit hardest. Numbers and headlines aside, this is a human story. A husband, a performer, a man rebuilding himself. The donations help, but recovery will take time. Surgeries, dental reconstruction, and the psychological weight of being attacked on a live stream. While legal consequences and platform bans chase Raja Jackson, Psycho Stu's recovery reminds us that there are victims beyond the viral clips. People whose lives are changed forever. This isn't just drama for clicks. It's real injury, real money, and a long road back. So what does this all mean for Raja Jackson? A ban on Kick. An active arrest warrant. His father dragged into the controversy. And injured fighters still trying to recover. Raja wanted to carve out his own path outside of Rampage's shadow. Instead, he's become one of the most controversial names in the fight community right now. The question is, will Raja recover from this, or will this scandal define his entire career?
We haven't heard or seen Raja since the incident. How is he doing?
I don't know. I don't talk to Raja no more, so I don't know.
Since then,
I talked to him. I heard his story, and I heard some stuff, and then after that, I learned a whole lot of stuff and about it and everything. Raja's wrong. He went against what I told him to do, and he hid the fact that he got roped into a pro wrestling story. Raja's not a pro wrestler. He's a fighter. He's not a pro wrestler. He had no business in that ring. Everybody there was wrong. And yes, my son took it too far, but he knows better. He knows he's wrong for getting involved in a pro wrestling match.
In his interview with Ariel Helwani, Rampage Jackson spoke candidly about his son Raja, and he didn't hold back. He revealed that Raja snuck into the wrestling ring against his father's advice and hid the fact he was written into a storyline. Rampage was clear. Raja is a fighter, not a pro wrestler, and he had no business being in that ring. Rampage admitted he hasn't spoken to his son since the incident. He explained that he doesn't talk to Raja anymore, and they've been waiting for an arrest warrant, and he was going to turn him in. Despite his anger, Rampage said he still loves his son, but feels betrayed that Raja ignored his warnings and dishonored his name. He even tried to reach out to Psycho Stu after learning how badly Raja hurt him, leaving a voicemail to check on his recovery. For Rampage, the message was clear. Raja crossed a line and there are consequences coming. This story is still developing as KnokX Wrestling Management have finally spoken about what had happened during that incident. First and foremost, our thoughts and prayers are with our brother, Mr. Stuart Smith, Psycho Stu, as he remains a priority. What was supposed to be a planned and agreed upon wrestling spot turned into a selfish, irresponsible act of violence against Mr. Smith. This egregious act is reprehensible and never should have occurred. In 17 years of operation at KnokX Pro Wrestling Academy, nothing as heinous has ever taken place, and we apologize to our patrons and fans. The statement highlights just how seriously the promotion is taking this incident, and it underscores the gravity of Raja's actions. For them, this wasn't just a controversial storyline gone wrong. It was a breach of trust with the fans, the academy, and the brotherhood of wrestling itself. This story is far from over. As new updates surface, we'll see whether Raja Jackson can find redemption, or if this moment marks the downfall of a fighter who tried to step into a world he didn't belong in. One thing is clear: when real fights break into scripted rings, the fallout doesn't end when the cameras stop rolling.